Hey guys, what's up? It's me, CoolGamer21, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off my LEGO military vehicles. Now these are all custom. I made these by myself. Well, one of them actually I used a video, which is this Humvee right here, but that's we won't talk about that. And the rest are custom, made by myself, although they have inspiration from real-life vehicles. Now, this is the full collection right here. Now, what you'll notice about literally every one of these things, except for my AA over here, is that they all have wheels. They don't have tracks. And for that reason, you might say that these aren't tanks. Now, I am on a very, very, very high shortage of tracks. Like, these are the only tracks I have right. Oh, I dropped it. These are the only tracks that I have right here. So, as you can see, I'm not able to put tracks on vehicles, so I just improvised and put wheels. I know that makes them look very weird, but just bear with me here. Oh, I just bumped my camera. Actually, I'm gonna move this back a little bit. That gives me a lot more space. So let me just pull these out real quick. So I'm gonna start from, I don't know if I should go least favorite to most favorite, lightest to heaviest, or the order I built them in. So I am probably just gonna go from lightest to heaviest. So let me just pull all of these out and show off the lightest slash smallest vehicles to the heaviest and biggest vehicles. Dang it. Alright. So this isn't a vehicle, but it's part of the collection, so I will just throw it out there. My storage crate carrier thing. Now this used to be the bottom with the wheels and everything. Used to be, you know what, this isn't working, I need better lighting. Push this forwards. There we go. So this used to be a thing for a Lego plane. It was like a little fuel tank. But I'm not using it anymore, so I took it apart and turned it into a little mobile ammunition slash repair thing. So like one of the vehicles would drag this along, and then like if it broke down, you could pull out like the pieces and stuff. Or if there were troops, you could pull out the guns. I think I have 3 assault rifles and an RPG in there. And if you watched my I don't know what it is. I think it's called Ambush stop motion. These are the same weapons I used in that stop motion. I will put a link to that in the description. Next up is, sorry about background noises. It's late at night, but my mom is still awake watching TV. This is the only vehicle with tracks, and this is my anti-air vehicle. This isn't that special. I just put it together because I felt like, you know, you need an AA vehicle. Now it does roll, which is cool, and it rolls really far. Like there's no limits on this. So I have these guys used to have helmets, but I have, like, on tracks, I have a shortage on helmets. So I had to take their helmets off to give them to different figures that, in my opinion, looked better with them. So, this little, like, turret piece can spin a full 360 without hitting the driver somehow. Like, look how close that is to hitting the driver. Now, the driver has a little, like, bulletproof glass thing right there, and if you look down closely, you probably can't see it, but there is a steering wheel down there. Here, let me pull this apart. There is a steering wheel right there. So, as all AA vehicles need to, the guns do go pretty high up. Like that. That's how high they go. This isn't like an emplacement. Like, it can't fire very high. It can only fire at maybe planes that are maybe diving down on it or something like that. I don't actually know. Oh, last thing. I did install this little piece recently as a gun holder. Get it in there. There we go. Alright. And the figures, they can come out and everything, I just don't want to. So, next vehicle. This is probably one of my favorites, simply because it looks really cool. This is my light tank. We are not going to let this get in the way of calling it a tank, because in my eyes, this still is a tank. This is just, it's designed to be lightweight, fast, and can break through the enemy lines pretty quickly. This is probably my only vehicle that doesn't use hatches. Only my APC has one piece that doesn't use hatches. So simply what I do is I just take a guy and cut him in half and then put him on there. The other half is inside the tank, right down in there. Let me that out. There's the legs right there. Just put that back in. That should be fine. There. This does use that as the turret. It is the only vehicle I think that uses that, so that's pretty cool. This is also the only vehicle that does not have a general interior. There's a little broom on the back and like a very small engine deck. But yeah, there's really nothing special. I mean, the turret can go 360 and all that. Can roll. This is the only piece of sloped armor on it, is on the front right there, so. Inspiration on this, probably the, American tank destroyer from World War II, the M18 Hellcat. In a nutshell, like, you can see it looks similar to the Hellcat, in a way. If you look at it, if you squint, it looks like a Hellcat with wheels. That's very small. Let me just show you what a figure looks like next to this thing. Figures are, they're kind of small compared to it. That leaves us to, I should have shown this first, after that. Before my light tank, but this is my Humvee. This is not custom. I watched a YouTube video for this. I will put the link in the description, and all credit goes to that guy. I did do some modifications on what the video told you to do. I'm not really going to take it apart, but if you look closely, there is a driver. And this guy can come out. I just don't really want to, but for the sake of the video. Oh, there's the gun. Well, we will pull him out, and there's a little hole right there for the guy to fit into. There we go. And then this little machine gun on a clip here. I'm not giving out tutorials for any of these vehicles. You can find a tutorial for this. Like I said, I will link the video. Oh, and this can come off. I will link the video in the description, and credit goes to the owner of that channel. Now, let me show you probably one of my favorite pieces of my LEGO military, and that is my anti-tank gun, which is custom. As you can see, the place where you load the shells into and the barrel are not lined up, but I don't really care. It still looks cool in my opinion. You're probably wondering what this chain is here for, and that is because it can attach to the Humvee, because I told you I made some modifications. So we can attach that onto the Humvee, and then the Humvee can drag it out onto the battlefield or whatever to where it's going to be placed. And then they unhook it, and the crew of the gun gets on there, and then they pull these out, and then there is your field cannon. Your field gun or anti-tank gun or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I guess. There's not much to say about this gun right here. Here we go, the first real tank, I guess. This was the first one I ever made. Shout out to my, friend for giving me the pieces for this, my friend Jordan. I went over to his house and we had a tank building contest. I think that's how it went, because this was built like a year ago at this point. And, I built this and he let me keep it, which was really nice. I have made modifications to it over the, past year that I've had it. The turret does spin 360, unless you hit this. I did actually have a shorter barrel on this. The barrel only used to go out The barrel only went out to here, but I found this piece, and I put a little, like, Technic piece on the end. And, yeah. So, inspiration on this, is probably, I took inspiration from World War II Russian tanks, and the EZ-8, which is an American Sherman variant. So, the inspiration from the Russian tanks is the forward opening hatches, and the machine gun on the back. And then, the mantlet and the barrel look like the EZ-8 Sherman. And these look like U.S. American tankers right here, if you look. These hatches do open and close. I'm not going to demonstrate this piece right here, though, because it is very hard to do. The rear gun goes up and down and stuff. But yeah. So let me get the commander figure back in there, and we will put the turret back on the tank. Now, the driver figure just goes in here, and there's really nothing special about that. Hatch closes and then opens. I do have a little machine gun down here. It swivels. I'm not going to show my secret on how I do that, because then, yeah, I'm just not going to. Down in there is a seat for the driver, if you look really, really closely. Pull this piece off, you can see it. Yeah, you probably can't see it. There is a chair, though, like a Lego chair, down inside the tank. And like I said, this is custom. I built this by myself with only a little bit of inspiration from real vehicles. So, this is the second to last vehicle, and probably my favorite, my tank destroyer. Now, this one is very squeaky. Now, if you can't tell already, I got inspiration from the German tank destroyer, the Jagdtiger. It looks a lot like the Jagdtiger if you looked at it from there. I also made like a commander's cupola right here. And here's my, oh, I dropped him. My commander figure right here. He's cool. And the hatch will close on this. Let me, dang it, I broke the cupola. Close. There we go. It's still really, really horrible when it's closed. I have a machine gun up here on top. It swivels, and if I open the hatch again, we can put our commander figure manning the machine gun on the front. Let me just, there, you can just like shoot infantry and stuff, like and, you know, stuff like that. Down here I have my driver figure. This is kind of cool what I did with this. He's actually standing up inside the tank. Right there. You can, like, lay him down and then close the hatch, but, like I said, that's too much work, and this video is coming on 15 minutes, and I don't really want that right now, because, like, I just don't want to edit a 15-minute video. The barrel is kind of large. Let me fix the commander real quick here. Back is cupola. There is a little net that I like to put over the front to conceal it, you know, if they were sitting in a spot waiting to ambush a convoy, or you never know. That's just really lazy how I put that on, but, you know, it generally looks like that, just to conceal the vehicle, kind of, you know, basic camouflage. Now let me roll this back up and put it back on the rear of the vehicle. Sorry about this, just taking quite a bit of time. And I do have a crate with some tracks and like an antenna and stuff. Luckily on this vehicle, the antenna doesn't get in the way of the gun, because the gun, like the turret cannot move. Because there isn't a turret. It's just a gun on a hull. See, there is no turret. Gun can't move unless you want to break it. There we go. That is my tank destroyer. Now, my final vehicle is one that I actually made today, and that is my APC. Now, if you don't know what APC stands for, it means Armored Personnel Carrier. And if you can't understand, and if you still don't understand from that means it carries troops. Now, I took inspiration from, I don't know what it's called, but I know it was used by the U.S. Army in the Vietnam War, a vehicle that looks similar to this. I don't really know. The wheels on this are really flimsy. Like, if I just... Come on. It won't come off. There we go, I lost a wheel. That should not happen, because it doesn't happen with any of my other vehicles. Ow. I injured my knee, so that's why if you hear me say ow. So, the way infantry gets into the vehicle is this cool little hatch that I made on the back. And it is hollow inside. Let me get it real up close to the camera. And there's the driver figure, and there's a little steering wheel down at the end. There's that driver figure on the outside. These are the little cap and the commander's hat that were on the anti-air crew, but I took it off. So, there is room for about, I don't know, 6 or 8 Lego figures in there to be completely spaced out and sitting down. Let me close that back up. There's little, up here, like, little things where you can attach stuff if you want. This turret does not go into the vehicle, and this commander figure can pop out like that. This turret is meant to be like a, turret that's just manned by one person, not really, kind of a defense against infantry more than other armored vehicles. Like I said, this vehicle is made for carrying troops, not for fighting other, like, tanks or vehicles, This actually, I almost forgot. This is, the cannon on the APC is the cannon that was on this. So you can see the difference there. So yeah, this vehicle has a crew of 2. More if you count the infantry that will go in the back there. There's not much to say about this, other than it is very similar in size to the tank destroyer, if you compare them. But yeah, so that was my Lego military. I will put links to, the channel that, made a video on how to make the Humvee. So you can go make that. And like I said, instructions will not be given for the vehicles that are custom made by me. I just wanted to show them to you guys because I've been holding back for so long. Like, this collection cannot fit on my shelf. I have a very small shelf. It cannot fit on my shelf right now. I will make updates when I make more vehicles. So, like, if I say I make, I don't know, a recovery vehicle, like the ones with the cranes and stuff. I will make a video about that. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please, like, comment, and please subscribe. Tap the bell, and then tap one of the options for notifications. Please, and then, I hope you continue, no, I'm not even going to say that because that's stupid. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or evening or whatever time it is where you're at, and I hope you enjoyed the video.